thankful for all our special guests joining us here in Stuffing Springs. I made extra gravy.
This is very Hoosier. You've got an Indiana home and you've got gravy.
Absolutely.
So what could be a better combination?
This doesn't feel like a normal ride queue.
Where's the gravy?
It's living portraits. You can see the living room, the entryway. There's even a bathroom. Had a lot of fun creating this, and the thought of creating a train that was shaped like a gravy boat.
Good gravy, here we are. And give me some of the statistics about this ride, Leah.
Yeah, so this is definitely not our biggest, fastest, tallest anything. You're gonna go up a spike. It's about 7 stories tall.
Oh no.
And then you come backwards and do the whole thing all over again. You go a little over 35 miles per hour, so it's pretty gentle for the whole family. It's a lot of fun still.
I love gravy. It's my favorite fruit, Leah, is what I'm trying to tell you. And I took a picture of the gravy recipe right before you get on the on the ride, and I'm going to print that out for my wife.
Yep. We've had a few people make it, and they highly recommend it.
Somebody passed the gravy boat. Where's the gravy?
And now we have the game changer for those folks who wanted to spend maybe 2 days, but boy, it can be such a long day. You've got the answer right here.
Yeah, so this year we purchased Santa's Cottages. It's just a few miles down the road from Holiday World and Splash and Safari. We've got 39 cottages on site with 5 lakes. It's a gorgeous property, and we're so proud to have Holiday World operating this.
Leah, this isn't just cookie cutter. You've got different sizes and different amenities for different size folks,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So each cottage comes equipped with a full kitchen. A few of them have only 2 burners, but most have a full burner range, full-size refrigerator. You've got a microwave, you've got a coffee maker, and of course all the cottages are on a lake, which is really nice, but we've got all kinds of different sizes of cottage too. So we've got a single bedroom duplex, as well as we've got 2-bedroom cottages. We've got all kinds of sizes in between.
And this is what I love about Holiday World, because now you're going back, how many years, 80?
80 Close to 80 years.
Close
yeah.
to 80 years. And this is a multi-generational place, and so you've expanded that feel with that opportunity here in these cottages.
Yeah, absolutely. We love seeing multi-generational families visit as a multi-generational family business, and this is just one part of that. 25 years ago, we began free unlimited soft drinks. It's something that we're absolutely famous for now, and it's amazing to believe it's only been 25 years since this began.
And that began, and it was successful, then you brought sunscreen on, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So now we have free parking, free sunscreen, free soft drinks, and free Wi-Fi.
Well, as we go in here, give me some statistics about how much you go through here, Leah.
So we do about 283,000 gallons of free unlimited soft drinks a year.
Wow.
That's about 4 drinks a guest, give or take. But our most popular flavor is pink lemonade.
Oh, really?
Yep.
More than Pepsi or Dr. Pepper?
More than any of those.
Why do you think that is?
You know, I think on a hot summer day, I think people know better than to fully load up on Pepsi. The Gatorade does very well as well, and of course water is one of our top as well.
Well, this is awesome, and I know that some people, they live for this, especially the kids, right?
Absolutely. I know when I was a kid, we used to play mix and match with the beverages to find our favorite recipe.
So that's okay, that's kosher.
We love it.
All right. Cheers to 25 years of free drinks.
We host beginners classes and try-it classes, and wheel throwing is a lot harder than it looks on TikTok, I'll tell you that.
Everything looks harder in
Everything
real
is
life
harder,
than it is on TikTok.
True beginner might walk in and paint something off the shelf, and then your clay beginner definitely wants to try the wheel and do a try-it class, and just enjoy kind of failing with other people at the same level. And then as you progress, we've got 4-week and 8-week classes for people who have maybe taken one beginner's class and fallen in love, which is pretty typical.
I've seen your work in here and it's just beautiful. And I think one of the cool things about this is the level of satisfaction when it's all done and people pick it up, right?
Yeah, we do love hearing people exclaim over our samples, but we do have a rule in our studio that only 5% of what's on the shelves can be an art museum quality. The other 95% has to be kid paintable.
Well, you're going to be sorely disappointed. I don't know that I will rise to the level of kid, but we're going to give it a shot.
Great.
I've got to tell you, Ellie, you're a young, fit woman. I'm an old man, and I thought, oh boy, I don't know about this. This is wonderful. It's not an overexertion kind of thing at all, is it?
Yeah, no. We've had, everywhere from ages to 2 weeks to 92 years old, so.
No kidding.
There's a huge range. This trip that we're doing right now, you get to hang out in downtown Noblesville for an hour. We're gonna cross over a bridge, White River, see some trees, go through Forest Park.
Okay, so Ellie, on a normal day, it's not as cool as it is right now. So what I'm wearing, probably not what you want to wear. What do you want to wear when you ride on these things?
Yeah, so majority of our rides are in the summer, so it'll be way hotter than it is today, but definitely some short sleeves, shorts, and we recommend a good pair of shoes, preferably closed toe.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on the railroad, so.
Well, here we are getting close to downtown Noblesville, and this is really a beautiful sight because not only do we have the skyline of the town hall, but also the river.
Yeah, taking in all the sights.
Well, this is a beautiful ride.
When you get people who aren't familiar with Indiana Dunes and they go over that dune or they go down that trail and they see Lake Michigan and the sand dunes in front of them, oh my goodness, I had no idea this looks like the ocean. Some people have said it looks like the Caribbean. People are just amazed that this is in Indiana.
15 miles of Lake Michigan shoreline, 15,000 acres of property, and a number of diverse ecosystems. All that adds up to make this one of my favorite places.
Well, I can say it's my favorite place in the state, and we do run into folks who come to our visitor center and say, hey, I want to find that sand dune that my grandparents took me to. So this place is a great legacy for not only local folks, but people all over the state, and actually people all over the country. Our visitation's gone up approximately 1 million a year ever since we've been a national park back in 2019.
The Indiana Dunes are a beach lover's paradise, an unlikely Indiana oasis, a truly magical destination to live, play, and work. Well, this is your last week. You have worked here since 1991, steady.
Yes.
What will you take away as you retire from the National Park Service about the dunes?
This has been the pleasure of a lifetime to work here, not only in this beautiful spot, but also working with a lot of incredibly dedicated and passionate people who want to protect this for generations to come. I can't think of a better career.
And what a place to get to go to work to every day.
Absolutely, yes, yes.
Well, congratulations,
thank you,
Bruce.
and congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. What a great way to close out our careers being here at the Indiana Dunes.
Awesome,
Thank you. Peru Circus, one of my favorite things. Thank you for hosting us in this enormous circus arena.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming to America's own Circus Spectacular.
Kathy, I love the museum because it actually helps you put everything in context, doesn't it, as to the history of this place?
Yes, it does, and we have a deep history of circus in this town. what's this and what's that and how do they do this? And they're all just regular kids. And it's like, yes, they are. They're just everyday normal kids.
That's the great part, is that many of these kids who are in the show do not come from professional families. They are just your average kid who wants to try something new. They come here and they learn things on trapezes and wires and juggling and teeterboard and flying trapeze. These are very unique skills to learn.
I think it's special because you make like a bond with the group that you're in. So for example, I'm in high wire. That takes a lot of team effort, team bonding, communication, and you just get to meet new people that you'd never meet before. And I like that, and it's a good lesson to teach people.
The older you get, the more sentimental you get about things.
Right.
And the more dear it is to my heart. I am a fourth generation family in this circus.
Wow.
There was my dad, then there was me. I have 5 children. All 5 children have performed, and now I have grandchildren in the show.
Circus has been a part of my life since I was 4 going on 5. Starting out as a performer, becoming a ringmaster, becoming a board member. We're all family here, and that's what it is, it's family.
And it looks like it's going to continue for many years to come.
It
right?
absolutely does.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle. What a thrill to be here with you.
Thank you, Chuck. It's so wonderful to have you here on your tour.
Thank you. At Fair Oaks Farms, it's all about creating an experience that feels like family.
I think it's the love of sharing with other people.
I love your line, cows, corn, curiosity, we grow all 3. And that's especially true when it comes to parents of young children, I would think, who want to expose their kids to this.
Right, it is. It's a big component.
There are wonderful indoor and outdoor play spaces where kids can climb, slide, jump and play with a little learning mixed right in.
I love these science museums and children museums, and we can be an extension of that in the agricultural space. So saying, hey, how does this actually work? Where does your food come from? And why do we take care of the animals in a certain way?
You're also going to see the alleyway in between where the cows are eating and in between where the free stalls are.
Hop on the bus for a tour through a working dairy farm.
This is the rotary milking parlor, the optimal place where the cows want to be.
There's even an apple orchard, growing several varieties you can pick in the fall. And at Fair Oaks Farm, this is something that you've really been expanding on, right?
Correct. Yeah, so I started here 9 years ago as the orchard manager. We continue to keep growing this orchard. So I was able to plant the trees and grow them from sticks to what they are today. So it's been a lot of fun.
All that fun can really build up an appetite. The grilled cheese here is legendary. Finish it off with a scoop of their delicious ice cream. The best.
You know, this idea of visiting your uncle's farm, right? They come and show you how the farm works, and then they take you to the back 40 and they give you a great place to stay and a good meal, right? And this is kind of the destination version of that, right? All, you know, with that same family feel.
When this building is finished, and hopefully by fall people will be in here, what do you hope they get out of the trip down here and then into this building?
Well, we hear it all the time, whether it's sitting on our veranda over at West Baden or French Lick, you're stepping back in time.
Yeah.
We're bringing back a building back to life. It's what people did 100 years ago. We've had bowling over at the French Lick Hotel through time. You know, it never really went away. But here at West Baden, this facility shut down. This facility used to have billiard tables out there, but it really closed down. And so to bring it back to life is a passion of the families and for all the guests that could come here. It's a national treasure, it's an Indiana treasure, and it's still spiritual when you walk in here. You get to watch the guests come in and they all walk in and they go, man, this is in the middle of Indiana.
We had one of the worst storms in southern Indiana that I can ever remember, and that had a major impact on this hotel, shattering the roof, destroying these plates of glass.
This being concaved as it is took the brunt of it, and we had to replace, there's 12 panels up there, every piece of glass.
It took nearly 2 years of painstaking work. But West Baden is back and beautiful as ever for the next 100 years of guests. What's your best pitch to people who have never been here as to why they ought to come?
You're going to step back in time. You get to experience what it was like in the roaring 20s of the 1900s, and it's still that way today.
It's a wonderful place, and Chuck, thank you for being part of my last Chuck's Big Adventure, because
it's
being
my
here's
pleasure.
been a trip.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, that's gonna play.
Well, Dave, 49 years here in the world of golf at French Lick, and that's quite a feat. But this is something that really you guys haven't done before. Tell me about Sand Creek.
You know, we talked about a short course a long time ago, and we kind of put it on the back burner. Then you started to see them start to pop up. And you know, the biggest complaint about golf now is that it takes a lot of time. We wanted to build something that was simple, that beginners, people who've never played, can come and enjoy and do it in an hour and 15 minutes.
The design of this is amazing. And this came in-house. This was your people that decided to do this, right?
Yep. Russ Apple, our superintendent out at the Pete Dye course, came down here and took roughly 2.5 acres that produced nothing and made it into something.
What's the future? What's coming up now that we can look forward to?
Well, I think we're going to expand golf even further. You know, golf's become popular again. COVID, if it did anything, it made golf, it put golf back at the forefront of outdoor activities. So we're going to build some more golf. That's the next thing.
Art and Franklin have gone together quite a while.
Absolutely. We have an art district. We've got murals downtown. We're painting a crosswalk. Just a lot of awesome projects right around the corner. Some electrical boxes are painted, so we're really trying to make the city beautiful.
Well, Matt, I'm looking at an alley here, a beautiful, clean brick building, but you look at it as a palette, right?
Yep, this will be the third alley that we've done for Franklin, and they take a lot of pride in the little spaces between the spaces. The veterans, you know, they're just layers of stainless silhouettes, but everything about that moment still comes through.
And I want you to know, Ken, I got it right away. Franklin, Ben Franklin, and the kite, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Matt, we've been transported from beautiful downtown Franklin to Kuji, Japan. This is absolutely awesome. And you were part of this as well, right?
Yeah, we were part of this one. This was the second alley that we did for these guys. They got a little more daring with this one.
Well, if you're driving on the campus of Franklin College or near the library, you can't help but feel better, Chrissy, when you see this beautiful mural on the building. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so this building used to be very boring and not very eye-catching. We had a big community painting day. A lot of people from the town come out and it's paint by number, and kids and adults alike all get to help paint it.
And something that you can be proud of for many, many years to come, I'm sure.
For sure.
You don't just visit downtown Franklin, you experience it. This appeals to me, drops of rain. My first stop, Woven Co. Candle Studio.
Buying products is great, but sharing experiences are better. How you're making a custom fragrance right now is exactly how my wife and I did our first candle.
Is that right?
Yeah, now yours actually smells a lot better because the first one we did, but whatever.
From scents to succulents, our next stop, the Grove Botany Boutique.
Let's just make a little space for it.
And who comes to do this to your place?
Literally everybody. So we have people from all ages. I thought it would just be women my age when I first started it, but we have little kids, we have husbands, we have older people, we have younger people, and everything in between.
What, Chuck's Big Adventure?
Yes.
Is that what we're looking at?
Yep.
I think doing something like that along the top part of that would be perfect.
And you can fit all this stuff on one hat. Want a truly one-of-a-kind piece of headwear? Visit Brittany inside Small Town Girl. I guess it's hat burning, but it's also making real art, isn't
Yes,
it?
very much so. It's my walking sketchbooks.
And you're all about experience here, aren't you?
Yes, we like to create joy with everything.
And the possibilities are endless at this custom t-shirt shop. And this is amazing.
The big reveal.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Chuck's next big adventure, the heart and soul of Indiana mornings for 40 years. How wonderful.
Yay.
I think I'm not going to wear it. I'm going to frame it.
Okay.
Is that good enough?
It's yours. You can do whatever you want with it.
Without us being here, we know that there will be a lot of people that wouldn't have the independence and the hope.
For more than 20 years, ICAN has been changing lives one dog at a time. And that includes my family when my wife was paired with Senator 7 years ago.
You were sharing a little bit about your story. It changes the family dynamic when a dog is in that situation, because we're better for having them with us as opposed to staying home and maybe not being out in the community.
The program making a difference for the trainers as well.
Since all the dogs are trained in the prison facility, we're able to serve them in a way as well that is very unique.
ICAN is an organization founded in hope. Hope for moms like Jackie, who sees a more abundant life for her daughter Amelia, recently paired with her second dog.
Everybody wants to see the dog. Everyone, oh, can I see your dog? And it was a great social experience for my daughter, who a lot of times is invisible to everybody because she doesn't speak and she walks different. So the dog helps to balance that.
And he will go everywhere with Amelia?
She's got a best friend with her at all times. And that, as a mother, is what I can hope for.
And hope for the incarcerated trainers who have a skill set and the joy of helping people have better lives. And for the people that aren't aware of Damar, what do you do here?
Our Damar is a large, not-for-profit organization focusing on children and adults facing some of life's greatest developmental and behavioral challenges.
It's a place where they can grow, learn, and develop lifelong relationships.
Yes, I made a lot of friends. A lot, like too many to count.
And look ahead to a brighter future. What would you like to do with your life as you grow older, do you think?
So I'm trying to start working when I turn 21 to be a firefighter. And I want to help people get out of the fire.
For the people watching, what do you need?
You know, this month is Autism Acceptance Month, and we want people to be aware of the challenges that these families face. We want them to be aware of the needs that we have. As we grow, we need support with volunteers. We need support with ambassadors of our message.
Oh my gosh!
And as we wrapped, a moment I was not prepared for.
As you all know, when children work very hard here at Damar, and they're here for us for a few months or sometimes even a few years, they work so hard. And when they leave and they go home with their families or another less restrictive placement, we celebrate them. And we celebrate them by having a send-off. And that's what we're doing here today. It's been such an honor and such a privilege. So we want to give him a big, big round of applause.
Damar is one of the greatest things in the state of Indiana because all you guys, whether you live here or you're a part of the programs here or you're a staff member here, you are a part of my favorite four-letter word. You know what that is? H-O-P-E, hope. So thank you, staff. And for the rest of us, hey, we've got some hope for the rest of our lives, right? Wow, what a surprise. God bless you, brother. Thank you.